it seems like a lot of people are building right now.
Okay.
What do you think's changed in the market to make people want to build instead of buy?
I definitely think that the economy is a little bit stronger. The economy is picking up, and people taxes are a little bit less. Right now we've got some tax breaks going on. I just think that the economy is going strong, and people are ready to start building again, which is great because there's a shortage of homes. I mean, there's just not enough to choose from. We have way more buyers than we do sellers. So it's definitely a seller's market, and there's just not enough to choose from. So people are kind of having to build if they want to get what they want.
Interesting.
Okay.
So if I'm looking to sell my house, and let's say I don't know any realtors, what should I be looking for in my realtor to make sure I'm getting someone who is actually a quality realtor, not Joe Schmo that went out and got his license and now he's just going to sell houses?
Good question. So I think that good communication is number one. So I think you need to look for a realtor that is going to communicate back with you very quickly, very prompt. If they don't know the answer, they need to be able to find the answer. I'm very passionate about customer service and just really taking on my clients' needs and wants and being able to satisfy their questions and concerns, and just sharing in that duty of selling their house. I also feel like I am a full-time realtor, so I'm always on. So
Right.
I have to be willing to work around your schedule. So if you work 9 to 5, I've got to be available at 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock in the morning before you go to work. So, and I usually am. So you can email, text, call me at pretty much all hours of the day, and I'm going to be there for you. So I definitely think that's very important to maybe even over-communicate with your clients.
Yeah, and I'm glad you touched on that because, it seems like, and we were talking about this before we started the shoot, that it seems like the way the housing market is now, like you said earlier, it's on demand. It seems like it's not, let's just have an open house and everybody shows up. It seems like it's more, I'm going to contact my realtor and these are the times that I'm free. Do you see that being a trend?
Absolutely, yes. People are very, very busy. Their kids are in sports. They've got 2 jobs these days. They've got bigger families, blended families. I mean, it's hard to fit something else into our schedules. So I definitely think that people are on demand, and we need to be working around your schedules.
Right.
For sure.
Right. So we talked about the importance of a realtor. What should the realtor be doing for a seller? Because I think there can be, every realtor is a little bit different, but what should a realtor really be doing for a seller behind the scenes that the seller might not be seeing?
Okay, so as your seller's agent, we're going to be talking about getting your home ready to sell, getting the sign in the yard, getting a lockbox on the front door. We're going to put it on the MLS, get it syndicated out to all these other websites, and then we're going to facilitate the process or help you manage the process as we go along. So when we get a showing request, somebody wants to see your house or show your house to their clients, they're going to contact me, and then I'm going to contact you. So I'm really the only person that you have to worry about contacting you, which is nice because we build a relationship, and then you don't have to have, a whole bunch of other people calling you. So once they make a request, then to see the home, I reach out to you, schedule the showing. I always ask for feedback afterwards so we can kind of collect the feedback and see what our buyers are wanting or differently, or so we collect the feedback. Once the offers come in or multiple offers come in, so then we can sit down and look, dissect the offer with a fine-tooth comb, and look at all the details. So I always talk about, it's not just about price, but it's about price and terms. So the first thing the seller asks me is, how much are they offering? What do they want to pay for it? Well, that's not always the most important thing, because it's also about all the terms of the contract as well, because you could have a buyer offering you $100,000 for your house, and it's a conventional loan. But then you have another buyer that's offering $110,000 for your home, but it's an FHA loan. It's they want $5,000 in seller's concessions. They want a home warranty. They want title insurance. So all of those other conditions of that contract or the terms of the contract can play into the decision that you make, whether you accept a lower offer or a higher offer that has more terms to it. So we will kind of just dissect that again. We'll go back and do another net to seller to say, okay, according to this specific contract, this is what what your net is going to be. So we did it when we listed your house, and we said hypothetically, this is what your net is going to be. But now, according to this specific contract, what is the net going to be? So we can kind of tailor it to this exact offer. So if we go to, we can look at those multiple offers. And then after we go into contract, I'm going to be helping you facilitate the home inspection, the title work, communicating with the other buyer's agent, making sure they're with their bank, making sure they ordered the appraisal, making sure the title work is moving forward. And then at the end, scheduling the closing, coordinating everybody's schedule, making sure we can all be there at the closing table, making sure everybody brings the necessary documents that they need, such as their driver's license, their husbands or wives, or anybody that needs to be at the table too. So just managing the transaction, managing the process.
Right.
There's lots of moving parts, and just keeping everything moving how it's supposed to be.